Welcome back to TEW 2016 Branding Solutions, and we are here at Shockwave, and as always we will be starting with our pre-show where we have the Young Bucks defeat Wild and Wicked. It's a tag team I'm going to try and put together just to add an extra team to the division. It will mean turning Zack Ryder heel though. Warren Kavanagh loses to Carl Anderson with the gun stun, which again, Carl Anderson, I haven't worked out a way of bringing in the club without making him look bad ratings wise. Next up we have Bubba Ray defeating Sanjay Dutt, and they have good chemistry which lifted the match, which is great to see. The opening segment isn't as good as other shows, but we have CM Punk and AJ going back and forth as they always do, and the first Money in the Bank contender, Austin Aries, comes out to promise that just when he wins Money in the Bank he will be taking the title from one of them. I think this works because Aries is a great worker, so it's building it nicely. In a Money in the Bank qualifier match, Alberto Del Rio defeated Cesaro, so now we have the third member, so we have Austin Aries, Del Rio and Nakamura in the Shockwave Money in the Bank, and Cesaro will be moving on to deal with Bubba Ray Dudley. Yeah, I want to see these two go at it. I want to see what they can both do, see if they can boost each other, because I'm worried Devon's going to get fired before the next pay-per-view. A bit of a squash match really here. I just put Nakamura against Jake Evans, youngster, highly rated. I don't know if he'll be good or not. Solid 56 will do just to keep Nakamura's momentum going heading into Money in the Bank. The next match we have is, well, it's Sting booking a match between Bobby Roode and Chris Sabin, which is for a Money in the Bank qualifying match. So we will have Bobby Roode versus Chris Sabin. I pretty much know who's going to win this match. There's no real worries because Bobby Roode will be going on to face Oblivion Max. The Revival with yet another win, beating the world's greatest tag team. It's a poor match, but the Revival are getting a lot better. And after the match, the Primetime Players cut a promo on them, telling them that just because they're new here, they ain't taking their titles. We have another tag team match with the Briscoe brothers defeating the Vaudevillains, and this is good because this is new tag teams on the block. I'm not sure I would have both these two teams in the tag team Money in the Bank. I haven't yet decided. It says it's hyping himself, but this idea is Shane McMahon is saying that he will announce the tag teams going in to face each other at next week. They'll be qualifying matches because I believe I have 8 tag teams. I can only put 4 tag teams in this Money in the Bank match. So they will be happening over the next few weeks and he'll announce them then. And it will probably be stuff like Blake and Murphy versus World's Greatest Tag Team and what we've seen mostly tonight. Oblivion Max defeats Chris Sabin. Again, just trying to keep his momentum going. Chris Sabin needs to be on telly before his match. Defeat isn't going to give him momentum. But he is also facing the guy who's facing Max at the pay-per-view. Obviously, Bobby Roode used Max's own finisher. Bobby Roode defeats Randy Orton by submission when Brock Lesnar runs in and attacks Orton. Again, Deadliest Predator is coming along nicely. And then they go back and forth, separated by security. Again, 87 quality. see these two going at it. So our main event is CM Punk versus Austin Aries. I thought it would be a little bit better than this, but Punk obviously wins. 71's not terrible. And the AJ Styles attacking Punk with a ladder. Because the match is at Money in the Bank, we thought it would be a good little message to send. And hopefully this will be about a 73, I reckon. Well, 76 is better than I thought it would be. I thought the main event had finished us. We'll head back to the main screen and see what news we have. We are back to the main screen, so we will see what the news has to hold for us. Shockwave gets positive. It's been one of my weaker shows which is saying something recently. Let's see. I've just got to move down to NXT. And also down to NXT. Just for a couple of months. Till the women's division has got a little bit higher ratings. There's no other issues there. Kofi is happy with his recent booking, but is still furious about losing to... It's annoying, this is. I have plans for him, and we've got him going in a certain direction. He wants pay rise, he can have 75%. Tend not to do the 100%. Anything major to read other than people joining us. So this is still low because it's only one network. And we'll check this Shockwave storylines. I need to add Alberto Del Rio to this. Oh, he's still in that one, so we'll take him out of that. And we'll add him in there. Because he lost in the title match. He was the one that was pinned, so an 88 for that, a 53 for that, 56, so that's getting a lot better. This is still struggling. Dudley Breakdown is still meh. And the Deadliest Predator is really working nicely. That's leading up to Brock versus Orton. Thing is, I may put Orton in the Money in the Bank match and have Brock lose. Brock beat Kane. I'll work up an idea for that one. Who is hot of this lot? Your usual suspects, and who is not? Of course, it's the same guys. We'll end the show here, and we'll be back for Extreme Rules to see who's at Extreme Rules. At the moment, I have only got these matches set up. There's going to be, I'm going to probably do Bray Wyatt versus The Rock too, and there'll be a couple of other women's matches on this card. Definitely some women's matches added. And, well, that's it, and we'll come back and see what we think of this show. Enjoy, and let's get extreme now.